All right, hello. Happy Thursday, confident ladies. I just did something really silly. I went live on my personal page and I was looking all over the group and I'm like, where is the video? Why isn't it live streaming? And then I realized I went live on my personal page. It's all right. You know, it's funny. I think I've only done live on my personal page like once before, and I got a lot of viewers, but I like to keep it in here. I really do, because my personal page has got relatives and stuff, and not that I don't want them hearing me, but let's see. I just really like to have it within the Confident Ladies Club. And maybe someday that will change, but for right now, I just love having it only within the group and making it special. So if you want to see the replay, you got to go onto my email list. Let's see. All right, we are live streaming. Yay! It looks like Sue's here. Hi, Sue. Good morning. How are you? I will actually let you know if I get an update while we're on here, because I sent a message. I'm trying to help Sue out with something with the course that she took, or she's going to be taking. For some reason, it seems like there's a delay in her getting her modules, and I'm so sorry. If anyone else is doing the course, the Let's Go from Invisible to Impactful, and for some reason either aren't getting the modules or there's a delay in them, please let me know. Please send me a message, okay? Because you guys should be at module like at least 2 by now, okay? I just sent my team a message, Sue, so we should be getting an answer shortly. Hi, Marissa. Good morning. Great to see you. So first of all, I want to say, let me just make sure, let me get baby Annabelle real close to me here in case I need to pick her up. But thank you guys yesterday so much for your patience. I know I come on, my new thing was to come on every Wednesday at 9:30, and unfortunately I had a little bit of an interruption yesterday, and I was having a really difficult time with it. And let me actually just share this with you guys, because you know I don't like to share things all the time, like right when they're going on. I always like to wait a little bit and wait till I feel like I have a little bit of insight, or I've gotten through whatever's going on and feeling a little bit better about it. But I'm going to be perfectly honest, when it was about time to go live yesterday, I was like in my car in tears, and I just like could not put myself together to come on. And I'm telling you guys this because I don't want you to feel bad for me at all. Because life is great, right? I have a business that I love, I have my baby, I have my family, but I was just feeling really overwhelmed because unfortunately my mom comes and helps every Wednesday for about 12 hours. She's been a huge help for me with the baby. And between her and my mother-in-law and the nanny who's here 12 hours a week, everyone has said, because it's been my dream to be able to just stay home with baby girl and not have to send her to daycare. And daycares are totally fine, and you know, daycares work for some people, and that's great. But for me, my dream was to be able to just stay here with her. And I felt like yesterday morning my dream was like coming to an end, and I was just feeling a lot of guilt, a lot of sadness, frustration. So my mom threw her back out, and she's went to the doctor, and she's got to really rest for like 3 to 4 weeks. So that means that we don't really have any help here. And that's hard when you're trying to run a business, right? Because especially being a new mom, like any little bit of time that you have, you've got to just take and be really productive with. And her being here 12 hours on Wednesdays, like that was when I would do like the bulk of my work, between that 12 hours and when my nanny's here 12 hours. And mommy meltdown happens. It's okay sometimes, no guilt. Thank you so much, Sue. So literally, yeah, I was like in tears as I was writing that message to you guys. And I'm like, I'm not going to come on when I don't feel 100%. And not that you have to be 100% in your business all the time, but I just didn't feel like I was in a place to teach and motivate and get you guys excited. And I felt better later in the afternoon, and I was able to do some of my calls But like my mom wasn't here, so it was just a little bit of a juggle because I had the baby by myself and trying to get her to cooperate in the group calls. It was a little tricky. But luckily, later on for my last call, the nanny was able to pop by just to sit with her for a little bit so I could at least do that one. But I found out that basically I thought that I was going to be able to have a lot more help and with the baby, and some other things unraveled, and the help that we thought we were going to have in a couple of months is not really going to be available anymore. My mom's not going to be as available. She's going to be away. My mother-in-law has a lot of stuff going on, and I don't want to put that pressure on people either and ask other people to help. So we were sort of at a crossroads, and my husband said, you know what, I think we're just going to need to send the baby to daycare. Like, there's nothing else that we can do. We've tried everything, and we've really tried hard it's almost been 4 months trying to figure this out and make this work and make this possible. And when he said the daycare word, I was just like crushed, and that's when I just broke down and was crying. And again, like, for some people, like, that's what you do. Like, daycare is a normal thing, and that's fine. But for me, that was like my dream, right? Was to be able to stay home with her. And I felt just, again, very overwhelmed, unsure what to do. And I just said, I'm going to surrender, and I'm just going to pray about it. And I just basically prayed all morning. And it's funny because I was at my Bible study Tuesday night, and it had sort of started then, and I was telling the women, I was like, I'm just feeling overwhelmed. I feel like I can't really catch a break with like trying to get help with the baby. Like, I feel like I'm always on other people's timelines, and it's just really hard to run a business this way. And I'm trying to be as productive as I can with every little bit, like every little minute that I get. And one of the girls in group, she was like sort of joking, and she was like, why don't you hire me? And she was like laughing, like we thought, I thought it was sort of like a joke. And then she was talking and saying how she was like quitting her job and, looking for something else down the road. Oh, thank you, Marissa. I know it was hard to share. And yesterday, that's why I just couldn't come on. It was just, I was not in like the best place to talk about it. But again, like I really believe, like, once you feel good about something, it's okay to share about it, because it's going to help other people, and it might inspire or just spark something in someone else. And I had to actually leave our Bible study early because, again, like my mom was here, but she was really having a tough time with her back. So I was only able to stay a little bit. So I said, please, like, my prayer request is that we can just find some childcare, like, in the interim until we figure out what we need to do, like if we need to send her to daycare. And something said when I came home, like, just message this friend in your Bible study and see, like, maybe she was being sort of serious. Maybe she would want to babysit. Maybe she would want to come over and help out a few hours a week. And I messaged her, and I heard back from her later in the evening, and she was like, yeah, I'd love to. Oh my gosh, like, let's set something up. So she came over this morning for like a little interview, and we went through some things, and I'm like, yeah, you're hired. Like, can you start next week? And then she told me, she was like, I don't know how to say this, but basically, like, after you left, I was telling the girls how, my prayer request was that I could find some work because I am going to be leaving my job. And I really felt like, my prayer was answered. Like, you were praying for help. I was praying that I could find some work to make a little bit of money. And it's just incredible how, I was telling the girls this prayer request while you were actually messaging me. And then when I got out of group and I saw that, I was blown away. And like, how cool is that? How cool is it when God works that way, right? When we just surrender and we pray. And that just made me feel so comforted this morning. And that's like, I wasn't going to share about this at all today. I was just going to come on and, not bring it up at all. Just say, thanks, like, for being okay with me not being here yesterday. And I wasn't going to talk about anything. But when I heard that from her, I was just like, God is so good, right? When you can surrender and when you can pray and ask. And this may not be a forever thing, but for right now, like, this is what I need. This is what she needs when she's going to be looking for a new job and trying to find a career that fits better for her. So it's just amazing how that works. Yeah, Sue, we really, really do have an awesome God. So actually, let me pick up the baby, because I think she's wanting to participate with you guys. Yeah, she's like chirping away. Come here. Oh, so I feel really good this morning. And here she is, she's here. So what I want to talk to you guys about, I hope everyone's having a great week. I actually did a post last night because I wanted to give some of you ladies in the group a shout out, because as you know, like, this has been a little bit of a harder week for me, and I haven't really been as present in the group. And I want to thank you guys who have come in and picked up the pieces. And you know, I went through my group analytics, and I wanted to just like check and see like who are the top contributors, the top 10 people who engage the most in the group. And I just wanted to write a post and just give all of them a shout out, because those are the, you know, I mean, it's all of you in here who keep the group going, but those of you who are consistently coming in and engaging and sharing value, like, I just appreciate you guys so much. And it's a beautiful thing when you can run a group, and when, you know, maybe you're going through something in life and you have to step away, and other people can step up for you. Oh, where can you find the group analytics? I can't find it for mine. So, Marissa, some groups have it and some groups don't have it yet. So Facebook, when they roll out their features, different people get different features at different times. So I've had analytics. I feel like I've been a little bit lucky since I actually started getting them. I think it was early June, like the first wave of people who got analytics. I was lucky to get them. So as soon as they started, I got them. But for other people, I know they didn't get them at first, but now they have them. So I know that they're like slowly rolling them out. So you may have features that I don't have yet, but this is a feature that I have, which is pretty cool. So it shows you like who your top contributors are, the people who engage the most, the people who post the most, the people who write the most comments. It's really cool, and it sort of like scores people. And actually, speaking of scoring, the scheduling feature. Yeah, see, I actually don't know if I have the scheduling feature. Let me take a peek. I don't know. Actually, I can't look right now because I've got this open instead, but I'm gonna have to check. I'm not sure if I got the scheduling feature yet. But speaking of scoring people, so I have something recently that my team and I set up for my email server. So when I send out my weekly newsletters, when I send out any extra bonus emails, you know, bonus stuff, like I sent out a podcast the other day, we're gonna try something new. So I want to be able to get back and to start giving back again, because you guys know my first I'd say the last 4 months, right before my maternity and up until now, it's been really hard for me to find time to give out free sessions. And you know that that's my jam. That's my thing. That is what has helped me run my business and keep my business open, is doing free work. And, you know, maybe I'll talk about that another time. Actually, I can use this as a weekly topic, but free work has really been the thing that's helped me keep my business open, and the thing that's helped me keep my business growing. And I haven't been able to do it the last 4 months. And that's a long time, guys. That's like almost a half a year. And I want to start doing it again. So, you know, when I talk about doing free work, I think it's all about an energy exchange, right? Like me giving something for free, but also being able to take something back. And I think that's when free work feels really, really good. So in order for someone to get a free session, what you have to do is you have to just engage in my emails. And that's not hard, right? All you gotta do is open them up, read them. If there's links, maybe click the link, go to the blog post. If it asks for a reply, if you reply back, like the more that you engage in the emails, my email server is actually gonna score people. And we set these like different parameters up, and based off of however you engage, like different things get different amount of points. It's really cool. So at the end of the month, what's going to happen is I'm going to be sent, basically, it's going to be like Facebook analytics. It's going to show these are the people who got the highest scores from your email list. And it's just going to send me information like that. So the top 3 people who have engaged the most and get the highest scores each month, those top 3 people are going to get a free 30-minute coaching session with me. So I'm like so excited about this, because again, when you give something away for free, there should always be some type of exchange, right? It should feel good and not just feel like it's one-sided. So the more that you guys engage, the more that it bumps up your score and the better chance that you have to get a free session with me. And what that does is, yeah, it's so exciting, Marissa. It gets people involved more. It gets people reading the emails. It gets you learning more. And yeah, it's just something fun and exciting. And it's a way to celebrate the 2-year anniversary in here. This group has been open for 2 years. And I've shared before about the humble beginnings and, you know, how hard it was and how long it's taken to grow it to this point. But it's just a little something that I want to do to say thank you. And also thank you for reading my posts. Thank you for engaging in my emails, because a lot of thought and a lot of time goes into that stuff. So today I want to chat with you guys about the blog post for the week. And if any of you haven't read it yet, I'm going to just post it again for you guys right in the comments. It's called Consumption versus Creation. And this blog post was inspired by a challenge that I gave my ladies in my inner circle. My inner circle is my amazing business incubator, where we do 4 group coaching calls a month. We have a guest expert come in and teach on a specific topic each month. They have people in there have access to all the guest experts. We have Facebook group support and an exclusive community. It's a small Facebook group. You get access to all my content in my content library. Oh, baby girl. She's having a hard time this morning. Just gonna get her a little teether. She's definitely teething. Here you go. Here you go. So basically I challenged them at the beginning of the summer to stop the learning for the summer, to stop the consumption, stop the consuming, and take what they have and just create, or take what they have already created and just implement and just share it over and over and over again. Because what can happen is a lot of us who love to learn, right? Many of us are learners, and we get so geeked out and excited over taking a new course or taking a new class or signing up for a new certification because it's fun. It's fun to learn. But what you need to do is, while you are learning, you need to take that information and make sure that you implement, make sure that you take it and you create, and you do what you need to do to work that investment and work that learning to the best of your ability. And again, I challenge them to stop learning over the summer. Unless they were already in a course or they were already in a program, to take what they were learning and to just implement. Because again, that's what keeps people stuck, right? You keep learning, and there's a time and a place for learning. So if you are new to business, you know, learning is a great thing because you got to build that business foundation. My first year of business, I took probably, I don't know, $20,000 in group coaching programs and courses and one-to-one coaching just to learn and to build my foundation. And are you okay? Once I had that done, I said, you know what, I'm going to put learning off for a little bit, and I'm just going to take all this and I'm going to implement, and I'm going to work these investments now. So that's my challenge for you guys this week, okay? Oh, I know, you're having a hard time. It's my challenge for you guys is to take what you've already learned and go and create. Go and implement. And that's all I got to say today. Anyone have any questions, comments? If you guys aren't live, please, if you're watching the replay, send me some comments, send me some questions. I will be here to answer anything. I had a fun little quote that I put together, and I said, consumption equals counterproductive unless you give yourself time to implement. So just remember that, okay? Consumption equals counterproductive unless you give yourself time to implement. Oh, baby girl. Yeah. This is why we need help here, right? Because if I'm not like facing her and giving her lots of attention, she fusses. But that's what babies do, right? Right? That's what babies do. So that's all I have for you guys today. Any thoughts, questions for those of you who are still here? No? I'll thank you for the heart, Sue. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to be messaging you shortly. I still haven't gotten a reply yet, but I will be messaging you shortly about the course. So let me know if you have any other questions. And I will see you guys all soon, all right? Have a great day. Take care. Bye.